So, I don't know if this is true for you, but building a business on social media as a millennial, as a 35-year-old man, it comes with its own challenges, and it's definitely possible. And it's about the key to making it work is being able to maintain your energy every day and being able to keep the negative thoughts at bay. That's the single most important thing that you need to do if you're going into entrepreneurship for the first time and you don't come from a background of entrepreneurship with people around you. And if you're an artist going on your path too, it's like the biggest challenges that you're going to face are all internal. Yeah, there's stuff externally, but the biggest things that you're going to face are internal. Are your own internal negativity, your own doubt, disbelief, sabotage, and other people's opinions echoing in your mind. So first thing, like I always say with Only Bangers Left Out, you got to decide it's a banger. You got to decide firmly and definitely that this is the only option, whatever your goal is. My goal is to be the best music producer and to be a great artist that creates from a pure and potent space that's just a channel. You know, I just want to prepare myself to be the channel that's needed for whatever the consciousness needs based on my sphere of expertise in terms of music, what energy I can bring through. and you need to be aware of the internal battle, because just now, I'm feeling proud of myself and I'm feeling like, okay, I'm actually doing it. I'm doing it. Supporting myself on music, supporting myself as an entrepreneur. But for many, many years, it was like I was striving towards it, but there was always something in the back of my mind that this is impossible. This is never going to happen. Even, you know, staying focused and staying positive, those thoughts were still in. So now it's like I feel free. I feel liberated. But it's through enormous action in spite of those negative thoughts and doubts and disbelief pounding at you every single moment, 24 hours a day. And especially when you go to make a video, or you go to draw up a business plan, or you go to make a course, or you go to try to close a client. you have to keep going, and you have to look at your data, and you have to refine it, and you've got to ask, like, what do the people need? What is something that I've went through that I feel I need to share, that the people can benefit from? What is my mission here? What is my purpose? Every organ in your body has a different purpose to make the whole thing run. So you have a purpose too that you need to discover through action and perseverance and keeping that North Star of what your goal is. So, some very valuable things I can share with you regarding what I've learned. Yeah, you need to keep going. You need to decide on your goal and put horse blinders on. And don't even ask other people's opinion. If you know this is what you're meant to do, you want to do, you don't need to ask people if you think I can do it. You can do it. You firmly decide that. Because when you decide that clearly, every cell in your body, everything in the environment starts to work and aligns itself with you. That's a neuroscience fact. Your mind literally starts to look for more opportunities when you've already decided, like, this is gonna happen. I'm gonna do this. I don't know how, but your brain is more active towards it, and more, it smells it. You've activated it. You're driving the ship. So you've got to drive the ship like that. You have to remain strict with that. And you've got to, like I said before, work fast. Right when the inspiration hits, go and do something. Create something. Make it, get it in there. In the actual reality, create it, put it out. Correct creation cycle. Get the inspiration. You decide it's a banger, you go take the action, you get the inspiration, you create the item, you get it ready, you put it out, and you look at the data, you look at how people are reacting to it, you do it again and again and again, you see what's working the best, then you go and you double down on what's working the best, and that's how you continue to refining. It's like refining gold, and you're deciphering what your skill is, and what how you can be of service to people. Because having a business is about providing a service. It's about providing something, either a product or a service, right? And what you're not going to get that right away, like all the answers. You're going to get inspirations, but you need to go and act them out. And you need to go and iterate them, and you need to go and refine them. And it is an arduous and a long process. And like I said in the beginning of this video, the biggest thing is going to be fighting that negativity, that that was ever present, that I was talking about. If you're going to do this, there's going to be that negativity. Now I feel more hope because I've pushed through and I've done it. I've made good amount of money on social media. And I'm like, I see that every time I log into my website. So I'm like, okay, I did that. That can't be taken away from me. I made over $15,000 just from social media, just from education. just from something that I really worked on and refined on for many, many years. And then separate, even just from education, I made over $20,000 just this year, just on creating music and using my skill. So those are two things. That's why it's important. You got to track your data. Have a spreadsheet where you track every penny that you make, all the money that you make, and especially the money from music, the streams, even if it's 1 penny. Track all of it, because I can look back, and I see from like 2018, 2019, and now 2018, I made, I don't know, a few $100. 2019, a little bit more, but then every year it like doubled, and it like 10x'd, many years. So it's encouraging to see that. And when you write it down, it's there. So it's imprinted in your mind. A way that you can sabotage, and I see people sabotage, and I've sabotaged, is like not being organized with tracking how much money you make. And that's a problem that I see a lot of artists have. I know you don't want to integrate that side of your brain, but if you do that, it's actually going to make your art better. So being disciplined and being structured with organizing every payment that you get is really going to help you build this foundation, because the foundation that you're building is belief. And that's the biggest thing I was explaining that I was fighting against. It's like doubt, because the negative voices in your head come up when you're trying to do this thing, and you're like, well, you didn't do it, it's not possible. No one else around you did, so it's not possible. Some random person on the internet, but they're a scammer. So it's like always this, because you don't have that proof that you did it. So it's easy for the negativity to really bombard you and attack you. So those beginning years are really vulnerable, and really a space where you need to build strength, which is also the purpose of my group, Finishers Club and Only Bangers Lifestyle, to provide a safe and secure space for artists to build that foundation of proper mindset, proper thinking, proper action, tracking everything, managing your time, making songs every week, releasing them, tracking that, seeing the data. And that's how you go through that resistance, and checking in every week with everyone who's in the group. So that is a system that I developed that's a solution for this resistance that's going to come, this storm that's going to come after you get this idea, like, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, I'm going to build my own business. A storm is going to come after that once you start taking action, because you don't have proof yet, and it's going to be really easy to quit. It's going to be really easy to get distracted, and it's going to be really easy to go in the wrong direction, even if you think it's the right direction, and that'll set you back. So what I'm offering you is years saved. I wish I had something like this when I first started making music. I wish I had this when I was young. Wish I had this when I was 18, 17. Because I would have saved, almost 20 years. So this will literally save you 20 years. But you got to look at it like a school, and you got to commit to it. Some people start, and then the resistance comes, and the resistance even comes to the point where they can't afford the program anymore, even though it's not that much. It's only $121 a month right now. And then, they don't release anything, and they're back on their same path of sabotage. So I don't want artists to fall into that, because I know that way too well. I've sabotaged myself many times, many years. And what I created with the Finishers Club and Only Bangers Lifestyle is a support group, artist support group, and true artist development. And I'm not going to be developing you as an artist. I'll just be encouraging you to bring out what you already have. And you'll be going on that development discovery yourself. You know? So, back to the main points of, it's taken me, like I've been building my business since 2021. I've been an entrepreneur since 2021. Now it's 2025. 4 years. And it's been an intense battle, and the main point is, the battle is in your mind. The battle is with your own inner negativity. So, gotta understand it's possible to do it and continue on the path. And one other thing I wanted to say is, like, I realize every piece of content that I've made is worth it. Every piece of content, it's like everything is like a step. Everything is a step. Like these stairs of success I built these stairs of success. Every piece of content, every action you make is a step going up on the stairs to success. Right? Stairs to success. And you get there through diligent everyday action, correct action though. But like, everything's added up to it. So you post a video and there's not too many views, don't get discouraged. Don't be like, oh man, fuck this, I'm not gonna do it anymore. That's the wrong attitude. You gotta keep going and keep iterating. Stairs of success. Every single video counts. So I'm doing a video right now. I want to go to bed, but I'm building momentum back because I just came through a self-sabotage thing myself. I was working on a really important project and I kind of neglected a lot of my social media, which is understandable, but I really don't want to do that because this is a big part of my purpose too, in addition to being a producer. So, like, getting back into momentum, even though this video, a lot of my last videos on YouTube not getting too many views, and I'm pretty angry about it. But I have to reflect and be honest and be like, are these videos really hitting? And now I'm gonna post this video, and it's like, is this gonna get a lot of views? So who cares? I'm being. Don't be swayed by the vanity metrics. Now I look at stuff because I know how much money I've made. I know the people I've impacted. My students have changed their life and really built momentums and really helped them believe in themselves through becoming a better artist. Like, I know those texts I got, those calls I got, those conversations I've had, the proof I've seen in seeing the artist blossom, like a flower. That now it's like, even if I get, 50 views, 100 views on a video, it's like, that's 100 people there, that the amazing people behind every view. So you post something, it's like, care for everyone who's following you, care for everyone who is who is there on your page, because that is going to really because those are amazing people there that are there listening to what you're sharing. So that's what I wanted to share. So now I feel pretty comfortable. Like, I'm going to put this out. I don't care how many views it gets. Like, I'm posting a lot every day. Quantity over quality. And then quantity turns into quality. As a result of just doing more, you're going to get better. So, and then you're going to see what works. Like, I have these sticks. This pumpkin top and this stick. This is my most viewed video on Instagram. on my music page. I have like 240 40,000 views now, like 600 comments, 10,000 likes. I'm like, this is and I'm like, I just say, look at this, and I'm putting these sticks around. And I always collect nature objects, but now this is doing it. So now I'm doing these type of videos every day, and people are following me from it. And it fits into my brand and my business, because I do make sounds. So you never know where it's going to come from. And then my top video on TikTok I did last year, and it was just me talking about what happens before success. And that was after I decided to like not edit videos anymore on TikTok, and I wanted to do everything kind of spontaneous. And I went through a period of a year of really low views, but I really didn't want to go and edit and do all that stuff. I want to keep it gutter, you know, that's my philosophy, keep it gutter. And yeah, and then this video got 57,000. And you know, I spoke with my friend's social media manager, and she said, you know, you see videos that are working, you just literally do the same thing again. And I thought about it, it made sense. It's like Nike is not making hamburgers. Nike is good at making shoes and sportswear, so they're really just focusing on that. Apple's just making computers, phones, few items. You don't need to do everything. And as an artist, it's temptation for us to go and try to do everything, but nah, People can't center themselves and ground and anchor themselves in you as a brand if you're doing a million things. You got to find what you're good at, what you like, and then run with that. You know, in the beginning, you need to do many different things, because you need to experiment and be free and see what you like and see what the people like. And then when that harmony happens, then you go and double, triple down on that. So that's enough for today. Hope to see you in the Finishers Club. If you're an artist or just a person who wants to expand their creativity and organize and get things done and be able to activate flow state on demand, hope to see you at the Finishers Club, where we finish a song every week. We drop our own song every month, and we finish our projects. We get them done. So have a great day. Peace.